Welcome to another edition of the most consistent, prolific, and dedicated uploads in YouTube history. This is Sean's View Entertainment right here on YouTube.com. Make sure to like this video and subscribe with a major backstage update as it concerns the tension, the friction, and the conflict that are going on right now backstage between Vince McMahon and Triple H. Now, this is according to DWN. The link, the source, the proof, of course, in the description of this video. As always, I am here to give my commentary, criticism under fair use for this story. Now, it's been noted before how there has been some minor issues between Triple H and Vince McMahon when it comes to certain directions and some ideas that have been brought up. It's said that people are noticing that the relationship between Vince and Triple H has grown noticeably more contentious. One example is when El Torito had his tail ripped off on Raw. Vince loved it, while Triple H was 100% reportedly against doing the segment. And I felt that was absolutely horrible. I thought that was rough, and I thought that was actually tough to watch. I was like, what the hell is going on here? If people thought that was like some, attitude era kind of stuff, if people thought that was shocking, it's completely ridiculous. Another example is the formatting of Raw. Vince reportedly wants to continue to do the top angles at 8, 9, 10, and 11, while Triple H reportedly feels that this method is dated and fans have figured it out, causing long breaks. Triple H wants to focus more on creating and building talents so they have enough stars to spread around the show, in hopes that the show isn't so predictable. And I kind of agree with Triple H on that. All right. Now, while Vince has slowly handed over a lot of the business aspects to Triple H, he's still maintaining his power in terms of creative, especially on Raw. You can almost tell what parts Triple H is in charge of and what segments Vince McMahon is in charge of on Raw. You can almost tell nowadays where the company's headed, the longevity of Raw, certain storylines at certain times, certain matches being placed at certain times. You can almost see this playing out, and, Vince McMahon has a very different direction from what Triple H wants. I mean, these two are butting heads. I mean, yeah, they have a mutual respect for each other. They both have drive. They both have motivation, but Vince might just be a little bit more out of touch with today's current product. Triple H knows what the fans want. Triple H, he can grasp it. Triple H can feel it. He can see it. There's that sense that Triple H can, Triple H, he has a great brain for this because, he's worked with the business. He's worked inside, backstage. He's been in the ring. Triple H knows all the aspects of the WWE, and that's why I feel that Triple H is going to do big things for the WWE, and in the future, in the longevity with it in Triple H's hands. Triple H is already doing wonders. He's doing a world of wonders for WWE, knowing that he has to take those young superstars and mold them and craft them and come up with storylines for them. Triple H realizes what needs to be done, but Vince McMahon still wants to go back to the old ways. Vince McMahon thinks that, doing things his way and isn't necessarily always going to be the way it goes, and Vince McMahon needs to be updated with times. Vince McMahon, that's the thing, he needs to change with the times. Vince McMahon is still stuck with the old way of doing things. Well, it's a new age now. You cannot go according to what you used to do. You have to change the game up just a bit, and that's what Triple H is doing. He is changing the game at just the right time. But here is more to report. I'm giving my commentary already. The report's not even done. Sorry. Triple H wants a more serious and wrestling-focused product, and the more resistant Vince has been to handing over the creative reins, the more focus Triple H has put into making NXT a successful brand, with the hope that Vince sees some of these ideas work and applies them to the WWE's main shows. Now, if you break up this report and you go what Vince McMahon wants to see and you go with Triple H's vision, I definitely have to agree with Triple H. Now, like I said, Vince McMahon is a mastermind. Vince McMahon is brilliant. Vince McMahon is a leader. He's an entrepreneur. He's a millionaire. He was at one time a billionaire. Vince McMahon, he can make you, he can break you. Vince McMahon gives the opportunity. But I think Vince McMahon needs to just stay low, let Triple H handle things, because with Triple H doing things the way he's doing it, it's going to be smoother. It's going to be a better transition, for everybody involved. And Vince McMahon, the guy, I respect his work ethic. Vince McMahon doesn't believe in a day off. He doesn't believe in a lot of sleep. Vince McMahon is always hands-on. And I really do respect Vince McMahon. I really do. I mean, he seems like an awesome guy. He seems like he once knew what to do. I mean, like I said, if it weren't for Vince McMahon, who knows what the WWE would be like. Who knows if there would be a WrestleMania 30. I mean, Vince McMahon had a major part in that. But Triple H really does know the value and the prestige of the WWE. Triple H is a wrestling fan at heart, and that's what's going to make this transition so smooth. And Triple H is so unique, and he has so much to offer. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want your comments and I want your opinions. And who do you think is right and who do you think is wrong? Do you think that this conflict is needed? Do you think Vince McMahon is out of touch? Do you think Triple H is doing all the right things? I look forward to your comments, your opinions. This has been a commentary from Sean Entertainment. Make sure to please like this video, subscribe, and pass this word, and spread this video all over the entire internet. Your friends, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, everybody. Thank you. Later.